Alderweireld admits Belgium need to improve despite win over Canada. Belgium need to improve if they are to stand a realistic chance of going deep at the 2022 World Cup, according to defender Toby Alderweireld. It was Alderweireld's long pass that created the only goal of the game for Michy Batshuayi as Belgium struggled to make much headway against an athletic and well-drilled Canada team. Alphonso Davies saw an early penalty saved by Red Devils goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois, and Canada also squandered a host of first-half chances as Belgium held on to a precious win to take an early lead at the top of Group F. Alderweireld said, "We didn't play our best game, but we fought hard, especially in the second half, and it's better to improve things with 3 points in the bag than no points. We weren't good enough on the ball. We didn't create the right spaces, and in the second half we could have hurt them a lot more. Our last pass has to be a lot better. The first step is to get through, but we need to improve." Alderweireld's sentiments were shared by fellow defender Timothy Castagne, who felt Canada's no-fear approach made them tricky opponents. The Leicester City fullback said, "We were expecting that. It's not easy to play against. We tried to play through them, but we could not find the free men. When we did, we had some good opportunities but couldn't finish them. We can thank Thibaut for keeping us in the game first half. After that we defended pretty strong together, which hasn't always been our strongest suit, so that's good." With Argentina and Germany having already lost in Qatar to unheralded opponents, Castagne was just pleased Belgium avoided joining the ranks of beaten favorites, adding, "If you get the win, you get confidence even if it wasn't our best game. Some big teams have lost, so it's good to get off to a good start points-wise." While Belgium were relieved, it was a night of pride and frustration for Canada. They emerged with enormous credit, inspired by the shrewd leadership of head coach John Herdman, but will rue their profligacy in front of goal. Defender Steven Vittoria said, "We deserve more against a world-class side. When we play like that, we'll be a lot closer to winning than anything else. It was a fantastic performance, but at this level you have to get the win. The intention is to be fearless on the biggest stage. This is a new Canada and we gave that statement to the world. But no excuses, we're here to win and we're not satisfied." De Bruyne unsure why he won Player of the Match in World Cup opener. Kevin De Bruyne was named Player of the Match in Belgium's 1-0 win against Canada in their World Cup opener on Wednesday, but he was unsure why. Belgium were second best for large parts of the Group F contest at Ahmed Bin Ali Stadium, with Thibaut Courtois having to save a penalty from Alphonso Davies before Michy Batshuayi scored what proved to be the winner. De Bruyne cut a frustrated figure as little came off for him on the night, and he was as confused as anyone as to why he had been awarded Player of the Match. "I don't think I played a great game. I don't know why I got the trophy, maybe because of my name," he said at a post-match press conference. "We just didn't play well as a team, especially in the first half. We started really badly. The momentum was with Canada and we couldn't break through the press. I think there was more space than we thought. I don't think we played a good game, me included, but we found a way to win." De Bruyne completed just 23 of his 33 passes, though did still create 4 chances, 3 more than any of his teammates. "When I saw the way we played, I thought we were playing long too much. There was more space," he added when asked about a confrontation with Toby Alderweireld immediately after the goal in the first half. "You have to attract the pressing, play short and cross that line, but I don't think we were brave enough to find that position. At halftime we cleared it up and things are okay. No hard feelings with Toby." Belgium head coach Roberto Martinez also acknowledged his team had not played well, but praised them for getting the 3 points. He suggested it was not a coincidence they were able to win a game in which they were far from their best, having just 9 shots to Canada's 22. When asked at his post-game press conference whether it was his team's worst game at a major tournament, he said, "It depends what you measure to say worst. Was it technically the worst? Yes. Was it the worst game? No, because it is a win in a World Cup. Winning when you don't play well doesn't happen by accident. We had to show a different side to our play. We defended really well. You saw frustration because the players care. Huge respect to Canada's performance. We knew they were direct and aggressive, but I don't think it meant we didn't deserve to win. We gave Canada the game they wanted. We made the pitch too big. All in all, Canada were better, but I think we found a way to deserve the win." Herdman, Canada showed they belong despite defeat to Belgium. John Herdman believes Canada showed that they do belong at the World Cup despite losing their opening match 1-0 to Belgium on Wednesday. Making their World Cup return after a 36-year exodus, Canada dominated the first half and should have gone ahead when they were awarded a penalty after Yannick Carrasco handled Tajon Buchanan's shot. However, Alphonso Davies saw his spot kick saved by Thibaut Courtois, before Michy Batshuayi struck Belgium's winner a minute before halftime to ensure Canada's World Cup return ended in defeat. Despite the disappointing result, Canada's head coach Herdman was pleased with his team's performance after such a long spell away from international football's top competition. They showed that they do belong, Herdman told reporters in his post-match news conference. It's been a long time since we've been back. The fans tried to warm the stadium, and I'm sure they walked away proud that we are a football nation. I'm really proud. We had a couple of goals, to play fearless and to entertain. We had other goals but never got to those moments. Canada finished the game with 22 shots to Belgium's 9. But they only hit the target with 3 of those as they drew a blank, becoming just the third team in World Cup history to fail to score a goal in their first 4 matches. Herdman complimented Belgium's defending, adding, "The stats would say we are a ruthless team, we just couldn't find the net." When you have the Real Madrid goalkeeper, it makes a difference. When you also have Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Den Donker, it's difficult to get through. I thought sometimes it was one touch too many around the box, but when you outshoot Belgium you can't complain too much. Sometimes it's your night, and sometimes it's not. Herdman was asked why Davies, a defender, took the penalty ahead of the likes of striker Jonathan David, who has scored 9 goals in 15 games for League One side Lille this season, including 2 penalties. Herdman defended Davies, saying, "It was a big moment, we were waiting to get that first goal. I'm proud of Fonzie, he's picked the ball up. It's a big moment for any player, carrying the weight of a nation. It takes a special character. When you have an $85 million player, let him take it. He practices just like Johnny David. Give Courtois credit too, that was some good keeping." One positive for Canada is that Morocco and Croatia, the other teams in Group F, played out a goalless draw earlier in the day, meaning Herdman's side still have a decent chance of getting through. With Croatia up next for Canada on Sunday. Herdman acknowledged both the importance and difficulty of that fixture, explaining, "The group is wide open after the Morocco and Croatia result. But teams know us now. The cover is off, teams will know what we do, and we're coming up against a formidable team in Croatia who have a midfield to die for." USA's Carter-Vickers salutes top-notch Kane ahead of England's showdown. Cameron Carter-Vickers hailed the top-notch dedication and consistency of former teammate Harry Kane ahead of the United States showdown with England. Like Kane, Carter-Vickers came through Tottenham's academy, but, having spent most of his 13-year spell out on loan, he departed for Celtic on a permanent deal in July. But the defender will be reunited with the England skipper on Friday, when the Stars and Stripes and 3 Lions face off in Group B at the Al Bayt Stadium. And Carter-Vickers heaped praise on Kane, who is 3 goals away from breaking Wayne Rooney's all-time national goal-scoring record. He said, "Training with him, you can see every day how hard he works, his dedication not just on the field, off the field as well. It's top-notch, and you can see how consistent he has been over the last so many years now. That only comes if you are doing the right thing day in and day out." You could say that probably coming from the academy at Tottenham, you look up to players like him and other players in the first team playing well and consistently performing. An unused substitute in the 1-1 draw with Wales, Southend-born Carter-Vickers will hope to make his World Cup bow against Gareth Southgate's side, who opened with a commanding 6-2 win over Iran. The 24-year-old qualifies for the USA through his father, former basketball player Howard Carter, and has added motivation to achieve a positive result against the nation of his birth. "Obviously, when I saw the group was drawn, and I saw we were in the same group as England, I was excited," he added. "They are one of the top teams in the world. To be able to play against them and match up against them to see where you are is a good thing. They've got a squad full of top players, so I think we all know that we have to put in one of our best performances to beat them. It's a game that I really want to win, just like any other game in the World Cup. I'm not too sure how I'm going to feel when the game comes around, but I do know that I'll be doing everything I can to try and help the team win." Carter-Vickers' teammate Yunus Musa also grew up in England, the former Arsenal trainee representing the 3 Lions at various youth levels before committing to the USA in March 2021. The Valencia midfielder, who became the Stars and Stripes' first teenage World Cup starter against Wales, is eagerly anticipating the clash. "I have a lot of respect for them for everything they've done for me," he said. "I don't think I quite know how I'm going to feel that day. But it's a special game, for sure, because I played on both sides, and to be able to be on the pitch with the same national team I used to play with is just special." Luis Enrique full of praise for Spain teenager Gavi. Luis Enrique believes Gavi will become one of the stars of football after the teenager scored his first World Cup goal as Spain thrashed Costa Rica 7-0 on Wednesday. Gavi netted the fifth goal in a one-sided clash, getting on the end of an Alvaro Morata pass to fire in off the right post with 16 minutes remaining. Aged 18 years and 110 days, it made him the youngest player to score at a World Cup for any nation since Pelé for Brazil in the 1958 final against Sweden. At a press conference after the Group E victory, La Roja head coach Luis Enrique was asked just how good the Barcelona midfielder can be. "I don't know. I hope he's going and playing every time better and trying to be aggressive with and without ball," he said. "He's unique, very different because he's 18 now, but he has the personality of an experienced player. It is a pleasure to play with the boy because he is a boy. He needs a bit of calm sometimes, but we are very happy to have him in the team. I think he's going to be one of the stars of football." Sunday will see Spain's second game in Qatar against Germany, who were surprisingly beaten 2-1 by Japan earlier on Wednesday.